great horned owl. Actually, he's a small male. Males tend to be a little smaller than females. And but he is powerful. He is very powerful.
What about his right eye? Yeah, what happened to his eye?
Yeah, why does he have an
Tell you
eye?
what, you hold off with the eye. But don't let me put him away without answering your question. Okay? Because see when we
I know why you call him out. Because it looks like he's one of the eyes I got.
when great horned owls, when we talk about raptors or birds of prey, we're talking about hawks, eagles, falcons, vultures, kites, just not the kind you fly on a string, and of course owls. And also when we talk about raptors, we were talking about talons. Because the word raptor means to grab or to take. And that's exactly what these animals do. They grab and take whatever it is that they decide they're going to eat with these feet, these specialized feet we call talons. The reason great horned owls are such powerful predators is because they have some of the most powerful talons. In North America, they are number 2. Number 2. The only bird that has more power in its talons than this bird in North America is the golden eagle. Just to give you an idea, golden eagles in Mongolia are used to hunt wolves. And they also pull out west, they pull sheep off of the cliffs and let them drop.
What?
They don't lift them up, they just pull on them until they fall down. So we're talking a huge bird is what we're talking. He's number 2 and he's not that big. This animal has 2 times the pressure in his talons of a bald eagle, which is also a much bigger bird. Okay? Frequently when we talk about owls, people generally think, oh, owls eat mice and stuff like that. And that's true, that's absolutely true. With great horns, not so much. Great horns might take small rodents, but that's usually only if they're feeding small owls. If they have a nest, they're going to pretty much take anything because they need that total supply of food. So they'll take smaller birds, they'll take it. But in general, your solitary great horned owl is taking large prey. They start off at rabbits, and they work their way up from there. Possums, skunks. Would you eat a skunk?
No.
Why not? Skunks stink? Well, you know, number 1, skunks don't stink unless they want to. Okay? They don't stink all the time, just when they want to. But even then, owls don't smell, so they can't smell it. So those 2 white lines that go down to the back of the skunk, it's like a landing strip at night. Boom. Raccoons, foxes, ducks, geese, great blue herons. They'll take ospreys off the poles at night. They will eat all of our hawks, and they will eat every other owl in the state of Maryland. They are a top predator, especially now since we've gotten rid of most of the mountain lions and wolves. So, serious predator. Will definitely kill things larger than itself to eat them. And how do they do all this? Well, most raptors hunt with their eyesight. Eyesight's very important to a raptor. Right now, Odin can see 8 times better than you. Basically what that means...
I think he sees something good.
Okay, hold on. Something's bothering him today. He doesn't normally bait that often.
Is it the plane?
I think he just thinks he's bad.
And I don't know. He's just not behaving.
Maybe there's something good to eat out there.
Maybe he just thinks he's bad.
Well, he can see and hear things that we can't, so I don't know.
Yeah.
One day I was doing a program out here for the schools, and bald eagles were flying over top. That was kind of cool.
Oh, my.
But anyway, so Odin, the eyesight. Now, give you an idea of what their eyesight is like. If you look behind you and you look at the food trucks through the trees, you can see the menu on the side of the food truck.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody read that to me.
One's fox.
Exactly.
One's taco.
But he can read it from here. That's how good
He
his
can
eyes
look
are.
through the trees.
Well, really, he can't read because he didn't go to school like y'all.
But he didn't get
But if
a
he
good
could,
education.
can
He
make
dropped
all
out
the-
of high
All
school.
the characters, okay? Does that make sense?
He dropped out of school too early.
You have that preschool.
He
But
didn't
at
go to
night,
school at
owls
all.
The very first
have a special ability. At night, they can see 500 times better than we can. Now, does that mean that they see better at night than they do during the day?
Yes.
No. That means we see a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
And I'll give you for instance, if we come back here at midnight and we turn off the moon and we turn off the stars and we turn off all the lights in the buildings and that food truck is still up there, we're not even going to be able to see the food truck. Odin will still be able to read the menu. Incredible, incredible eyesight. Now there is one thing you all can see better than Odin,
I am.
and that's
I
color.
was doing.
Owls do not see in color, they see in black and white. For the older folks here, it's like a black and white television.
Yeah.
For the younger folks, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
The only thing and you kids, the only thing I can explain it, maybe hopefully, is if you watch The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy is in Kansas, it looks really not colorful. That's how an owl sees. When she gets to Oz, it all brightens up and there's all the colors. An owl still sees like he's in Kansas. Color does not exist in the dark at night when the owl is hunting. Therefore, they have no reason to see color. Color is not a distinction. They do see shades of gray. They can see the difference between your shirt and your shirt. It's just each color that we say is a color is a different shade of gray. Okay? So, color needs light. There needs to be light for color. There is no light at night. So,
Well, the moon can shine light.
well, the moon can shine light, and then maybe you can see color. But the owl doesn't need it. What the owl needs is the owl needs the ability to gather light. So all the areas in his eyes that we use for color, he uses for light gathering, and that's why he can see so well in the dark, and we can't. Okay, so an owl's eyes are the largest thing in his skull. His eyes take up as much room in his head as your brain takes up in your head.
Oh.
Consequently, his brain takes up as much room in his skull as your eyeballs take up in yours. Wow. Really big eyes, not so big brain. Okay? Wise owl? Probably not. Probably not. They're not stupid, they're intelligent. They're not the most intelligent of birds, but they're still smart. But wisdom is probably not on the menu. Yes.
His eyes aren't that big anyway, so he must have a really small skull.
Well, his eyes are really big. They're bigger than yours, and you have a much bigger head, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? So I'm going to put him away a minute. But it's okay. I've got
Oh wait, you said don't let us put you.
I will. I want to put him away first. The reason Odin is in my care is because of his one eye. You saw his eye is blind?
Yeah.
Okay, he is definitely blind in that eye. He can also not hear on that side of his head, and you notice his little ear probably usually doesn't go up either. Sometimes, every once in a while. So there's nerve damage, there's a lot of damage over on that side. We don't know how it occurred, but he could not survive in the wild with those injuries, so he wouldn't be able to hunt. So he will spend the rest of his life with me, and we share our love-hate relationship for the next 25 years. I love him, he hates me. So that's okay. He's Odin. What do you want, you know?
Does your hand get bruised?
Does my hand get bruised? Only when Odin squeezes it.
Which is common.
He actually